Jury selection is underway in the capital murder trial of a teenager in the fatal shooting of another student at Arlington's Lamar High School. After an August incident that delayed the trial until now, the teen's lawyers wondered whether he could sit through the proceedings. Following a psychological evaluation, Judge Alex Kim ruled he is competent to stand trial. Fox 4's Sean Rabb in studio with more. Sean.
Clarissa, 100 people were summoned in the jury pool. 97 showed this morning, and as the pool was whittled down, the focus with potential jurors, what pretrial exposure they may have had about what happened outside Arlington Lamar High School, March 20th.
Are you familiar with that at all?
I'm not familiar with it.
Okay, and so I'm going to ask, you have no preconceived notions about such shooting?
No, sir.
The search for 12 to serve as jurors in the case of a teenager who shot and killed 16-year-old Ja'Shawn Poirier March 20th as the school day was about to start at Arlington Lamar High School. Another student was hit in the face by shrapnel. Judge Alex Kim ruled this summer that the juvenile would not be tried as an adult.
Oh, it is absolutely a victory, because most of the time the difference in capital murder is the punishment's automatic.
The shooter, who was 15 at the time of the incident, is now 16 years old. He has pleaded true to capital murder and attempted capital murder. After the shooting, police found weapons in an apartment he shared with his father. The father, a convicted felon, was sentenced this month to 6 years in federal prison for illegal possession of firearms. When the trial was scheduled to start in August, the teen had some kind of incident that put proceedings on pause. Judge Alex Kim said the incident could open the teen up to additional criminal charges, but did not explain more at that time.
If you were to be selected as a juror, could you refrain from making a decision on this matter until after you've heard all the evidence from both sides?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Jurors will decide how long he'll be in confinement under what's called determinate sentencing. In juvenile determinate sentencing, the punishment range is from probation to 40 years, with rehabilitation evaluations along the way. Attorney Heath Harris, not involved in this case, practices in both adult and juvenile court.
Unless there's just some overwhelming mitigating circumstances that led to this offense, the likelihood is that he's already received his gift. He's going to get up to 40, but then how much time he actually ends up doing is going to be based on his performance.
Performance includes whether he accepts responsibility and shows remorse, avoids conflict, and demonstrates ability to follow the rules, and does he take advantage of rehabilitation programs.
By the time he's 19, there'll be another hearing, and they'll decide whether or not he's going to go to the Texas Department of Corrections. But again, it's going to all be based on his performance and how well he's done on the rehabilitation track.
So the trial is expected to last through Thursday of this week, and in the coming days, we will likely learn what that incident was back in August that caused the start of jury selection and the trial to be postponed.
Sean, thank you.
All right.